Hi, you are welcome in the GIS and remote sensing course. In this video lecture, I will talk about the course objectives, the course content, and the definition of GIS and remote sensing. I am Dr. Zubairul Islam, Associate Professor. My field of specialization is GIS and remote sensing. I'm working in the Department of Geography and Environmental Management. Let's begin with the course objectives. There are five objectives. Here is the first one. The first one is to develop the theoretical and practical understanding of GIS and remote sensing technology. In this one, you will be introduced with GIS and remote sensing, the basic concepts, the definition. And in the second part, you will be provided an overview of data source. Here we will talk about the data types. And in the third one, we'll talk about the software which we'll use to analyze the geographical data. In the fourth one, there are some training parts which will be given to you to visualize your data better. And the fifth one, the last one, is the complex phenomena which takes place on the surface of the earth, the complex systems related to geophysical component, may be related to climate, the soil, slope, the drainage, water, vegetation, wildlife, human activities. So you see all these phenomena varies place to place and time to time. So with the help of GIS and remote sensing, how you can understand all these phenomena. So these are the objectives, five objectives, which will be which we will talk in this course. The course content, here there are five chapters. In the first chapter, we'll talk about introduction to GIS and remote sensing, and here we will talk about the data types also. Then we will give you an introduction of geodatabase along with some practical exercises how you can create the geodatabase. And the third is the mapping technique, okay, because mapping technique is also very important. Why? Because you must know the elements of maps and how you will set the layout and how you will export it. And the fourth part is there are some geoprocessing techniques which are very important from the viewpoint of your spatial analysis, like buffering, like intersection or clipping. So the fourth part will cover this section. The fifth will talk some 3D analysis, though there is a separate course for 3D analysis in detail, but here we will give you a brief outline and some exercises also to understand the three-dimensional data analysis. And the last chapter will be the web content, I mean the web GIS. So nowadays, especially when internet is so fast and many people are connected with social media, so WebGIS has been so important. How you can use WebGIS to analyze the data and to share the data. So this was all about the course content. Let's talk about the introduction to GIS and remote sensing. This is very important, so listen very carefully. GIS. What is GIS? And what is GIS here? It is a system designed to capture, first of all, whatever there on the surface of the earth. First, you have to capture and store in your computer. That is, unless until you will not store, you cannot manipulate it. Then thereafter you have to analyze, manage and present spatial or geographical data. Now let me give you an example. Your objective is you want to know that the cyclone. So first of all, what you will do, you will take the sea surface temperature data, how temperature of the sea surface rise and made an environment or a situation to develop a cyclone. So first what you will do, you will capture the data, maybe sea surface data. You will capture the data related to the wind speed and the relative humidity, and you will take the data of surrounding environment, like if this you are studying in Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, you will collect the data related to what are the conditions there in the Pacific Ocean in relation with ENSO, that is El Nino, and what is Indian Ocean Dipole, and there are some another global phenomena which helps you to understand the cyclone better. So first of all, what you will do, you will collect the data, and all this data you will store in your computer, you will store in your hard disk, you will store it, and then thereafter you will open your software and you will add the data to manipulate and to analysis. Okay, this was the sea surface temperature. I mean, the average sea surface temperature of this area, for an example of the recent, the cyclone which was there in the Arabian Sea, there you will take the data that what is the mean temperature of this part of the surface, mean annual mean, not annual mean monthly, but of last 30 years, 20 years. Then what happened in 2023? So you will find that the area where the cyclone originated, the average temperature remains there around 28 degrees Celsius, 27, 26, but this time it was more than 31, 32 degrees centigrade. So when the temperature rises, then evaporation take place and the differences of the pressure will be there. There will be low pressure down and high pressure up, then there will be wind circulation and cyclone will be generated. So you will analyze this and present the spatial and geographic data to make the people understand the cause of the origin of the cyclone and how cyclone move from one place to another place, what is the speed, how many days it takes, and what is the area it covers, what is the influence area, at what area it brings the rainfall, and what is the consequence in terms of the loss, the damage. So and what are the significance of this cyclone? I'm sure the significance are far more than damage. Why? Because the cyclone brings the rain. Cyclones remove the pollution. Cyclone balance the atmospheric system. Cyclones help the oceans. Cyclone helps the atmosphere. Cyclone helps the soil. Cyclone helps the people. So, of course, there is a damage, but because of this new technology and innovation in the communication, the damage has been reduced too much. So this is all, with the help of GIS, you can do this thing very well. Then another point is GIS technology combines computer hardware, software, and data to provide tool for analyzing geospatial information. GIS technology, what does it do? You need a computer hardware, you need a software, and you need a data. These are the three things which you should keep in your mind. Of course, you need a computer, you need a laptop. Then inside laptop you need a software, and then you should have the data. Then you will do the miracle. Believe me, it is a magic. GIS is a magic. I hope you will enjoy it. The third point is GIS is widely used in the field such as urban planning, environment management, natural resource management, disaster management, and many another. Urban planning, for example. Do you think that the place, for instance, if you are living in Delhi, you might be hearing from your father, mother that or your grandfather, oh, Delhi area was only until Yamuna, and thereafter Yamuna's beyond Yamuna, Delhi was expanded so fast in very short period of time, and thereafter government made some projects, and this area became so better. So this is how this change took place. Believe me, you can study better than another disciplines with the help of GIS and remote sensing. Then urban planning. Okay, urban planning, Delhi, Yamuna starts from north to south. What is the significance of Yamuna in maintaining the food supply chain in terms of vegetables, in terms of dairy farming, in terms of another aspects? So if there is a pollution, what is the impact on its supply chain? What is the impact on the health of the people because of this pollution? How many people are getting sick because of this polluted water, originated vegetative food? So all these things you can analyze, you can understand, you can analyze, then you can make the people understand the cause and effects. So GIS is gonna help you in many ways. Now we'll talk about the remote sensing. What remote sensing is? As you can see here, the name remote and sensing. Remote means without being in touch, physically touch. You can sense the area. So as I was talking in the GIS part, you have to capture the data. So this is remote sensing is a medium. Remote sensing techniques is the medium to capture the data. So what people have done, what countries have done, they have made their satellites, and satellites are revolving around the earth at different altitude. And if I talk another tool which is emerging so fast, that is the drone. So what drone do is, drones you fly the drones, and drone captures the surface of the earth very well, and those images you can store in your computer, in your laptop, then you can analyze. So remote sensing is the acquisition of information about an object phenomena without making physical contact with it. So remote sensing technology captures the data form of images and other data set that are then analyzed to extract the information about the properties of the target, such as its composition, temperature, and other characteristics. So the general idea of remote sensing is remote sensing make you very smart. How? We have the eyes. We can detect only visible part of the sun energy, that is blue, green, and red. Our limit is only visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum, that is from 0.4 to 0.7 micrometer. 0.45 is blue, 0.5 to 0.6 micrometer is green, and from 0.6 to 0.7 micrometer is red part of the electromagnetic spectrum. This is our limit. Our eye can detect only this part, but with the help of remote sensing, we can use the sun energy beyond visible part like infrared, which helps us to understand the vegetation cover. Because in the satellite, in the drone cameras, in the drone, there is a instrument attached with these, and the instrument ha has the ability to detect the infrared part, even microwave part also. So remote sensing make you a normal man to Superman, a Superman which can detect the surface of the earth very efficiently, very well. If you are sitting in Delhi, then you can study any part of the world, what is happening in Alaska, what is happening in Japan, what is happening in Australia and New Zealand, and so forth, so forth. So, happening, I mean, from the viewpoint of geophysical aspects, and you can see the expansion of the human activities in terms of the urban settlements, agriculture, the roads and the canals and the dams, such type of things also you can do with the help of remote sensing.